Breaking news now at 9, chaos on the campus of USC. Peaceful protests erupt into clashes with police. Today's demonstration, part of a growing movement at campuses nationwide, with Palestinian supporters demanding universities cut ties with Israel over the war in Gaza. And here's a live look at the USC campus tonight. After several tense hours, police were once again moving in on a group of protesters. Good evening, everyone. I'm Juan Fernandez. Pat Harvey is off tonight. Let's get right up to our Desmond Shaw live in SkyCal with the very latest. Des, what's going on right now?
Well, Juan, it looks like the protest on the campus of USC is completely over for tonight because LAPD has now basically forced everyone off of the campus and locked the main gate here on the north side of the campus off of Jefferson and Hoover. As I widen out here, still quite a few protesters that are now out here just outside of the university. Not too far away from the street, you can see right there. So LAPD systematically just pushed all of them back, sealed off every corridor that they could to get them out without incident, really. We didn't see any tempers flare, nothing being thrown at LAPD, and LAPD really acting within protocol as they were getting everyone off of the campus. So now, not only is the park now, the alumni park, completely quiet, but the university appears to be as well. Seeing some students walking around still inside of the campus, so I don't think that the campus is completely closed, but everyone that was out there kind of getting in LAPD's face that was taking part of the protest earlier, they have now been forced off of the campus. The gate has been locked. I just saw them here. It looked like they were throwing some trash cans out, so still some high emotions going on. Yeah, you see this, what they're doing with this trash can. We'll see what they do with that. But kind of a surprising turn of events there. Didn't expect LAPD to completely force them off the campus, but that is what has happened tonight. Live in SkyCal overhead, I'm Desmond Shaw. Juan, back to you.
All right, let's hope this doesn't escalate here. Desmond, thank you. KCAL political reporter Tom Wade continues our team coverage live at USC. Tom, we saw things calm down moments ago. What's the scene where you are right now?
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Juan. They have cleared the scene here. Everyone is gone from the park. You can see the last bits of the LAPD force leaving this area right now from just outside of Alumni Park. There is no one left here. You can see they're getting back in their vehicles to leave. Let's spin around here. There's a few more officers right in front of the park, on the side of the park there, in front of this building, this classroom building, and then into the park. You can see it is an absolute ghost town now. The only people left in there are 3 LAPD officers. It is absolutely cleared. It happened in a flash, by the way. We were standing on the edges of the crowd as they were chanting and banging their drums, and all of a sudden the LAPD's skirmish line, or the officers, they pushed forward, and it was like a snap. It was over. People started running. I didn't know what was going on right away. At first, I thought they were storming one of these administration or class buildings, but that's not what happened. People were just dispersing because the LAPD pushed forward, surged forward, and had everyone go. But it has been hours and hours of standoff between protesters and police, mostly peaceful, but at times there were some very tense and chaotic moments. Tense moments around dinner time on the USC campus. Protesters and LAPD officers in riot gear clashing on the steps of the Center for Public Relations.
Hey, let her go! Let her go!
Bottles thrown, officers pushing the crowd back with batons. Arrests started soon after. Protesters who refused to leave the campus zip-tied one by one, calmly, methodically. A circle of officers standing guard. From SkyCal, we saw a mobile booking site, dozens of protesters being detained.
Shame on you! Shame on you!
Other protesters started a march around 7. Police did not attempt to stop it.
Back up! Back up!
Earlier in the day, another very tense standoff as campus security tried to detain a protester. A crowd surrounded officers. He was finally released. Emotions fully charged all day at Alumni Park.
Free, free, free Palestine!
They're funding this genocide that's happening in Palestine and to our people. And we're not standing for that. We're not going to be silenced any longer.
I have no problem for people fighting for what they believe is right. The issue that I have is when there are hate crimes and hate speech.
And once again, I have to hand it to the LAPD. Their tactics were very effective. It took a long time. It took a few hours, but For the most part, there were no major violent incidents. The protesters seemed to finally comply as the LAPD increased their posture and increased the pressure on the crowd. They left, they moved, and once again, just look at this here. Look at it. It is absolutely night and day, no pun intended, to what we saw just a few hours ago. You can see officers, the few students just kind of moving through. You probably don't know this might be closed off, but there's officers returning there, the ones that Des was talking about. Scotty, just swing to the right a little bit there. So you can see the officers come back from where they were pushing the crowd out of the gates, off the campus, and now you have them kind of converging and reconvening here back by Alumni Park. But this place is completely cleared. There is absolutely no one here. The USC administration clearly making sure that they have their campus cleared, and clearly very low tolerance for these kinds of protests that we've seen taking place across the country. Certainly they were not ready to let an encampment come here. They were not ready to let that happen, and they were very effective in the way that they cleared that encampment. Obviously, protesters not happy about it, but Juan, you know, you got to, whatever position you have on this whole situation, the fact that the LAPD was able to clear so many people without any major incidents really speaks to probably how effective some of their tactics were and how patient they were. They did not rush in. They did not do this in any way but methodically, at least from my perspective, from where I was standing and from what I saw. Juan.
All right, Tom, thank you so much. Reporting live for us from USC. We'll see what protesters have planned for tomorrow. Thanks so much, Tom.